But shit, here we go. Hey, I'd like to welcome you back to the Add Me to Your Playlist podcast. Shit is Saturday, someday in February. I'm Shaggy Dashwood. You already know what it is. Go follow me on Shaggy Snacks 316. This is the Add Me to Your Playlist podcast brought by DJ Cabby Slow. Y'all know who that be. Gang. Y'all know his Instagram, DJ_Cabby_Slow. Yeah, y'all. And all that'll be on the bio and on the information here. But today, it's going to turn this down a little bit. But today, real special today.
We got here, bro.
Oh yeah, we got not only the writer, the co-producer, the co-executive producer of the official, not the unofficial anymore, like I said before. It's now the official theme song of this podcast.
I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. We got Big AntDavis representing Carson, California.
What's the deal? Nephew.
What's up, huh?
Proud of you, man.
Oh, look at this shit. This shit'll turn quick.
What's up, huh?
Chilling, man. How you feeling?
Good. Just talking to the make sure you're talking to the mic so the audio picks you up. Good, you know. Glad to have you here.
That's what's up.
You know, it's dope to be able to have my family and stuff involved in my business stuff.
That's what's up.
Doing big things. You feel me?
Man, I'm proud of you, bro. You doing your thing.
Make sure you're talking into it because I can't hear you on the speaker.
I don't know where I got my hand covered it.
Yeah, your hand was covered.
I was holding it like an old school rapper.
Yeah, you just gotta talk it to the center. Just gotta talk it to the center of the top. Yeah.
All right, that's what's up. This good.
Yeah, now there we go. We can hear you.
I was holding it like an old school rapper.
Like old school, yeah, old school.
Nice.
But yeah, man, we had to have you on because everybody when we play the theme song, every person listens to it.
Bro, when you sent me that story on Instagram, I was like, I didn't even know you. I don't even remember giving how did you?
How'd I find it?
Yeah, on SoundCloud.
No, I remember one time you told me it was on SoundCloud,
okay.
And then when remember it was Thanksgiving, we was chilling out front.
Okay.
You told me to look it up on your SoundCloud. I remember it, so I just typed in AntDavis.
And it's the first song on there, and you was like, okay, this is it.
But I was looking for it. I was trying to show them.
Okay.
And then we made it. We was like, we needed music.
I'm mad you ain't showed me sooner. What? You had this under your files all this time, man. You know I love this type of shit.
So the origins of having the theme song was listening to the other podcasts. You can kind of hear feedback and reverb, and so I can't get rid of all of it. So the best way to cover it up is to have an instrumental. Yeah, have an instrumental playing, and plus it gives it a little bit more of an aesthetic when you got an instrumental playing in the background.
But you know you family, bro. You didn't have to call me and get no permission or nothing. You just did it.
I was
happy.
But still, gotta make sure it's cool with everybody, you know?
That's what's up.
You don't want to make sure everybody knows I'm doing everything correctly, not just taking stuff.
That's what's up.
But yeah, I had to have it because it fits the podcast well. It's real smooth. We're not trying.
Yeah, I saw last week was y'all first week with the theme song.
Yeah, with the boy Stead Gaming, yeah. Calhoun. Go follow him on Twitch, Instagram. Go look at this episode 4. Go look at all his information. Make sure you write him up. So
I watched it and I was like, that's cool.
Yeah, dope. It gives it a cool little aesthetic.
I told you I'm proud of you, bro. You doing your thing.
I appreciate it. Well, shit, to get more involved in shit, I wanted to bring you in because you have knowledge of what it was really like to have to record before we had all these advances that we're using today.
Yep.
Okay. So I wanted to kind of just feel like before you recorded this track, because now I'm learning that you recorded this in 07.
Yeah.
So it's still like on the brink of how everything was starting to come around.
We was just coming into like not just, it was around for a while, but I was just now getting into recording digital and not so much hardware.
Okay. But
I was still using hardware to do production. Like I hadn't gotten into the whole VSTs, because I use Cubase. I hadn't gotten into the digital era, but if you want to go back to when I started in 99, we was using 4 tracks, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm interested in trying to figure out. How would you record music?
4-track?
Yeah. How would you record on the 4-track?
You have to dump, which they call bounce. So if you got 4 tracks, bro, you record on 3. Like say you got your hi-hat on 1, got your snare on 2, and you got your kick on 3. You would have to mix that as good as possible and bounce it to 4 to free up 1, 2, and 3, and then just keep going like that.
So you just keep adding to the one track, just keep adding,
and then at the end, you that's why you had to mix it as good as possible the first time, because you couldn't. There was no room to edit it later.
Oh shit!
Until you got to like 16 tracks.
Okay.
Until you got to like 32 tracks, and then when Pro Tools came out, which was like Digi-Design at first, I remember. Well, I gotta give props to somebody first. I gotta give props to Lou Jazz. He used to be signed to a group through Mike Conception called G Wiz. They had a song called Teddy Bear back in the day, and he was he used to write the raps for this R&B group.
Okay.
And he taught me everything, bro.
He was like the mic of the Belle Biv DeVoe.
Yeah. And he taught me everything, bro. He taught me how to sample, taught me how to do beats.
Hey, you taught me how to sample.
Yeah, okay.
Me and you sat in your
Okay, so what is that process really? Because I'm curious.
Of sampling?
It's a machine. Like it's just what I remember when we did it was we were sitting in the studio, and he had a turntable already. He had a turntable set up with his stuff, and we were going through records, playing records, and finding out if we liked the song. He found a sound he liked. He literally played it on the computer, like was playing it, and it showed like the part that he wanted. He pulled it out, brought it to the computer, and we no longer needed the
turntable.
That's dope.
I gotta go back again. So after the first piece of equipment I ever used was an ASR 10, not the beat machine, the actual keyboard. And so now he's telling you, like, when I sample on the computer, the wave pops up, and then you can chop it up from there, drag it to the pads, and use it however you want to use it. But back in the day, you had to sample. I don't know. I'm not quite sure how it was on the MPC, because I never learned the MPC. But you had to sample each piece. You couldn't just sample the whole thing and then come back and chop it up later. Like, you had to sample, rewind, sample the next part, rewind, log into each button on the keyboard.
Man, that's work. Shit.
Work, bro. That's why when we got to these computers, I was like, oh, it's on. I could do 3 beats a day, 5 beats a day. Like, but I gotta give a shout out to Lou Jazz, because he the one who taught me all of that.
How hard was it to find a place to record back then?
Lou had the studio.
But if you did know Lou, like say
it was hard, man. Like, and then you had to pay per hour. So you would usually go dump the beat one day and then come back and do the vocals a whole nother day.
And have to pay for that time to do both.
Yep.
It's still kind of like that.
Sometimes it was $50 an hour. Sometimes it's depending on how high the quality of the studio was. And if your equipment wasn't all the way up to par, they would have to dump. It would take, say you want to dump the song, like each sound for 5 minutes. You have to just let that hi-hat roll for 5 minutes. There was no copy and paste. And then you come back and let that snare run for 5 minutes. So it was time consuming, bro. Really time consuming. That's how they used to get paid.
Yeah, I can see why engineers and shit was getting paid back then, because that shit sound fucking hard.
I mean, back then it didn't seem hard, but looking back, yeah.
Well, especially now what we can do now.
Yeah, you could make. That's how when Pac started doing, 3 songs a day, 4 songs a day, is because that's when, around that time is when people don't know how long Pro Tools been out. Like, Pro Tools have been out for a long time.
I always feel like the newest and elite stuff is always given to the celebrities and elites and the big people first to kind of test out, and then it's released to the public.
Yeah, I can remember RZA talking about he was using Pro Tools back then, doing the early Wu-Tang stuff. And it's a song, I can't remember the name of the song, but he actually used Pro Tools to make somebody's vocals go backwards for the whole song. I can't remember the name of the song, but it's probably somebody out there that know what I'm talking about. But so yeah, Pro Tools was out in the early 90s, mid 90s. But it just didn't get popular because Pro Tools was the lead of this whole digital recording. Like they was first. They was the pioneers.
Okay, so they was.
I mean, if it was somebody else, somebody let me know. But that's the first I saw of it, and I started in '99.
Okay.
That's crazy. That they was already working. They was already using shit like Pro Tools and stuff. Because people really think, especially young people. Young people think, oh, everything that's now is brand new.
Nah.
Now realizing, now we've had a version of this stuff before.
Yeah, and it just got better because once it first came out, the elite producers, Dr. Dre and RZA and Timberland, whoever, they would go to them and tell them what they want better. Like, look,
we need this, we need that.
this, and that's how equipment and software got better from listening to the producers and the engineers.
I feel like that's the best thing you can do. Listen to the people who use it consistently and use it at a high level to be like, what can I do to improve my product?
Right.
Because they're always probably coming up with, oh, I wish this would do this, and I wish this would do that.
Man, you know how many times I've been through that? Like, damn, I wish it could do this. And then it eventually come out.
Playing video games every year, it's always, well, how can this improve? How can this game be better than the next game?
Yep.
Even if it's considered a perfect game, how can we make this perfect game?
The amount of Mortal Kombats that drop. Nigga.
Yeah, how many ways can you come up with having a fatality?
I don't know, man. They creative as shit though.
Yeah, somebody think of it.
They really
that
working.
person's sick in the head and thinking that shit. Fucking sick. I can't even think of it. I can't think of shit like that.
Some sick motherfuckers.
Bro, some of the fatalities is crazy.
Yeah, no, they be funny on the real. I be like, who thought of this shit?
Exactly. You gotta be sick. You gotta be a sick motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying, my nigga. Hey, look, hey.
Or just deprived. One of just deprived.
Or just a crazy imagination, I hope.
And the extra effects, like that shit.
Nah, he was driving that black van we saw on the way here. Yeah, them blacked out black vans.
Yeah, that black van didn't look right.
The person had bodies in there.
Yeah, that's how it go.
At this point, they could just better the graphics. That's all they can do, unless they find other. You know what I'm saying?
Man, but please believe they gonna do something. It's gonna be something.
Soon there's gonna be Mortal Kombat VR, and you're gonna see people doing fucking fighting VR in their living room.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be dangerous.
Hey, more news though. More shit to see and talk about on the news though. Oh
more
shit,
content.
somebody done died.
More content for YouTubers. For real.
Well, I can see it like in their room, like you'll see somebody in the living room by themselves, like mimicking ripping somebody's head off. I already
somebody nigga end up getting snapped on for real.
Like the one thing I don't get is when everything was open at the Long Beach Library, they have VR and you can do like the little walk the plank thing. And so everybody's like freaking out, like, oh my God, it's scary. And I get to it and just walk out to the thing.
Because you know it ain't real.
Yeah, I'm like, they're like, how'd you do that? It's
you
not
kill
real.
every joy, nigga.
It's not real.
You look at a rainbow, it'll turn black.
Last time I checked, I'm in the Long Beach Library. I don't know how you do it, bro. It's not real. But I'm fully entertained with WWF, WWE. I'm fully entertained. I can separate my reality for that than the VR shit.
So you can walk the plank, but then still watch wrestling and be like, oh shit, this is real.
Not necessarily it's real. I know
but
they know.
Entertained.
I know they know who's gonna win at the end.
Right.
But I took a pro wrestling class. Fuck that. That shit's not like that. They're not really hitting each other, but getting slammed on that mat hurt. Getting slammed on that mat hurt. And they were teaching me how to land flat to prevent injury and to make it hurt less. But that shit still hurt. That shit was.
What you think about?
Knock the wind out of you.
What you think about a lot of these wrestlers dying at a young age? You think it's from the punishment or from what?
I think it could be a lot of things. It could be, painkillers and shit because they don't really have an off season, so don't have a break. So they're not just wrestling on the nights that you see them on TV. They're also going to road shows. They're doing roads. Like their practice is their live events. Like when they go and there's no TV crowds. But they go and do house events and small events and do
I ain't
matches in
thinking
front
about
of people
that.
and
That's
stuff
crazy.
like that.
Right.
And they are doing that constantly. So the main shows that you see in between those, they're doing those smaller house shows.
Right.
So they'll do like they'll show up to Venice Beach, set up and have a show to promote the show that's coming up on Thursday.
Yeah, but this one wasn't televised.
Exactly. So they got to do that constantly. And then you really don't get a break. Like I've heard, just doing my own like research and stuff, it's like 10 days on, 3 days, like 4 days off.
Shit, ain't no days off. You still gonna be working out or something.
Yeah, they still got to maintain themselves.
Right.
So then painkillers is because they injure themselves, and you got to keep going. Like there's been stories of dudes tearing their quad and finishing the match.
Yeah,
there's videos. You can look it up. Triple H, like they'll zoom in on his leg and you'll see his quad rip off the bone, and he continued the match.
He can't stop.
The show has to go on.
It's 40,000 people in the stands.
Out. I was like, nah, that's it.
And like there's just, and sometimes getting cut. So I think like this, they're like, oh, they're bleeding. Is that real? I'm like, yeah, it's real. It's either one or two ways it goes. Either they agree that the other dude is gonna do it, he's gonna hit you legit, and he's gonna cut you, or you bleed. Yep. You do it yourself.
Yep.
You do it yourself.
Yeah, you ain't lying. Like it's a show,
and it's a choice. And that was a choice because they didn't want anybody to get caught with like something in their mouth.
Right.
Like a syringe or something, like a capsule in their mouth, get caught with that, and then now everything's exposed. So they chose to cut themselves for real.
That's what's up.
And then when you bleed, it just looks more because when you're sweating, it just looks like it's pouring out, but it's really just your sweat getting in and making it look like Ric Flair was the king of it.
Right. I remember when I was young, I was into it. I think the first wrestling match I ever seen somebody bleed was Hulk Hogan against Ultimate Warrior. Like it might, like I said, it could have been before that, but the first time I remember, and it was like one of those WrestleManias, and I think Ultimate Warrior won.
And it's just to add drama. It's to make you think that this is becoming real intense. And that's the hope. It's physical. It's a physical drama.
Yeah.
It's highs and lows. It's
a physical soap opera.
Yeah. The good guys and bad guys.
Yep.
How I see it is, if you can suspend your belief in these action movies where this guy has an unlimited pistol clip.
Shit.
You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, nephew.
You'll see the action movies and he'll shoot like 30 shots and you will never see him go. You will never see him go. You will never see him do that.
Never.
But you'll definitely see him.
Yeah. You don't gotta explain your love.
I've counted the shots. It's supposed to be 6.
You said he count the
I've counted them.
Yo.
8. It's supposed to be 8 in certain shots. I'm hearing 12. Doesn't make sense.
Well, I've done that before when I've seen him with 6 shooters. I'm like, damn, he should be done. In movies, I've done.
Yeah, like there should be no more bullets in that shit. Yeah.
I don't be analyzing it too much.
My fucking over analyzing ass. But my thing is, I'm only gonna overanalyze it if you expect me to think it's real.
Right.
Yeah, that's not
Like,
real.
You don't want nobody trying to fool you.
Yeah. Especially if you're gonna talk shit about me liking one thing, but then believe something just as else is fucking crazy.
I get it. But yeah, man, recording back in the day was fun though. It was fun. Cause it made you. I think it built more camaraderie back then because y'all be in the studio for 6 hours, just trying to come up with 2 songs.
And I feel like you had to have more musicality. You actually had to have a little bit. You actually had to know a little bit about music to do it. It wasn't as plug and play as it is now.
I think you had to know your technology more back then, cause really back then doing music was actually manipulating the technology. Like one person might learn a trick on the MPC that don't nobody else know, and then once they teach it, they be like, cause you gotta remember it's technology. So sometimes you might figure out a way to confuse this technology into doing something. That's what, like, we was geeks, my nigga, like for real, like real geeks. I know that everybody nowadays, since it's computers, think they geeks. But a lot of this shit,
it's commonplace now, so you know it's no longer
because you guys really had to like make it happen.
Yeah, like even right here, somebody had to think Get a mixer.
Grandmaster Flash.
Exactly, man. Like
Grandmaster Flash was the first one to put two. Was the first one to put two together. Thinking
the fader.
Because if you watch the old
crayons.
Yeah, if you watch the old DJs, you would see a lot of them with just one turntable and the mixer.
Yeah. And they get creative as hell. They start doing beat juggling after that. Like, yo.
Yeah. Well, no, crazy. Mixmaster Mike?
Yeah.
From the Beastie Boys?
Yeah.
They called him Mixmaster Mike because when he first started mixing, he didn't have turntables. He was mixing on fucking 8-tracks.
Damn. I didn't know that.
He was mixing on 8-tracks.
I didn't know that.
And he was fucking pressing rewind. He was doing all that shit and mixing on that, and that's how he got his mix master. Because it's like, shit, if you can master mix on this shit,
that's today's controllers,
get onto this shit.
Hey man, that's like back in the day. I forgot the term. Like pause and it was either called pause and stop or play and stop. Nah, like people used to sample on cassettes by just letting it play. Press play, press record, stop, bring it back, record, stop, and do that shit for 3 minutes. Like you on a turntable, but you on cassette tapes. And that's how some dudes who couldn't get beats, because beats wasn't cheap, and everybody wasn't doing beats like today. They would just pause. I think it's called pause and stop or play and stop, and they would do that for the whole one side of a cassette just to get a beat.
That's fucking crazy.
That's wild, man.
I couldn't imagine having to do that shit, dude.
Shit.
Because just even if people understood what I do for the podcast and realized I don't have a bunch of sophisticated editing equipment. If I showed you what I did, you'd be fucking really surprised. Because it's the same shit. I'm just making shit work.
Yeah, believe me, bro.
I'm making
my
shit
first time
work.
here, and I'm like, what is that? What is that?
I am making this shit work.
You doing your thing.
I need one thing. If I can't afford what can produce it, I can try to figure out 2 or 3 things I can get to get the same effect.
F you good. I'm telling you, I watched one of your episodes and I was proud.
Appreciate it. So I'm gonna have my pops on here soon. We gotta have
talk about football or something.
Yeah,
about,
Well, I also want to talk about just like how the music. What was the music scene like in Carson back in the day?
Yeah, man, I always feel like Carson got skipped over.
So hold on, shout out to Carson, California. Shout out to Carson, California.
Passing the blood, my nigga. I'm like, hey, yo. I got up.
Nah, man, I don't know if we should let.
Cause he was like, cause he was
yesterday,
like this. Bro. He was like this.
We shot a podcast yesterday.
Yeah, I was gone.
Cabby was so lit.
I was gone, my nigga.
Hey man,
Gone, my nigga.
It is what it is.
I was
bro.
gone.
It was funny.
It was good though. It was good. I needed.
Yeah, shout out to Carson. Shout out to Carson, California. Shout out to everybody out there. Everybody at Victoria Park, DeLama Park, Carriage Crest, Hemingway, Carson Park,
Avalon
Veterans,
Park.
Avalon,
Mills Park, Anderson Park.
Anderson.
Hey, we don't need to be naming all the parks though.
Show love to everybody. So they know, so they know ain't no favorite.
We might leave one out.
He said
Dolphin Park, Carson Park.
But
we might leave one out, and
everybody got that blue.
Person.
Everybody got that blue sign with that tree on the top of it. Everybody got one of those. We got love for Carson.
Yeah, my name on Instagram is Carson_California.
I got love for Carson. If anybody want to check my credentials, I can show you baseball pictures at DeLamo Park and football pictures at Victoria Park. I'm from the Bay, but my daddy from Carson.
Yeah, that's my boy.
And tell people know this is my uncle. If it wasn't clear enough.
Yeah,
this
is my nephew.
But yeah, like what was it like back then?
All right, so from listening to like my brothers and them in the early '80s, there's a lot of breakdancing, a lot of DJing. It's a lot of famous people from Carson or either went to schools in Carson. You wanna go?
I ain't slipping this time, nigga. You ain't go. Hey.
But gotta shout out Smooth. That's who got me into rapping. Smooth grew up on my block. He actually signed to a Bay Area.
Crazy.
Yeah, he had a song. It never came out. I think the manager ran off with the money or some shit. But Ronnie and Joe Cooley came to Carson and signed Smooth.
That's crazy.
Burn.
We got to get him
which
on. We got to get him on here too,
which is the uncle of my group member. Remember, I was in a group. Bare Knuckles.
Yeah.
Cassius Clay is Smooth nephew. But I always feel like Carson got skipped over. I'm gonna tell you why.
I've always wondered why there wasn't really any artists from Carson.
Razzcast, Booyah Tribe, shout out to them. But I don't know what it was, bro. Like it went from Compton and it jumped us and went to Long Beach. Cause you know we kind of in between those two cities.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it was.
Because once you go, if you take the Lamo, you'll pass through Long Beach Boulevard, and once you pass that's the 710, right?
Yeah.
You pass the 710, it's the Lamo Swap Meet right there.
Yep.
And that's all Carson, right? That's all Carson right there, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And then you get to Compton up when Torrance is next after if you keep going down to Lamo, right?
Yep.
Then if you make that right on Avalon.
Coming off of Delamo?
Yeah.
Coming from which way?
Say we coming from my pop's house.
Yeah, if you go down Delamo and you make a right on Avalon, you're gonna be headed to the Home Depot Center and the soccer stadium and all of that. But shout out to DJ Weasel too, because Weasel was like the first Dr. Dre to me. He actually put out an album called, I think it was like Gas Chamber. I don't want to be leaving people out because this is Carson history though. DJ Weasel.
It's cool. We eventually gonna link with all of them and get all of them on here to talk about it.
They would love to. Probably.
We gonna be the spot to have the untold story of Carson hip hop. Like,
yeah, man. But like I said, I don't know what it was. Like we got skipped over. I don't know. I don't know what it. Carson is a football city, as you know, and most people in LA know. Carson didn't have a lot of rappers. We had breakdancers. But it wasn't a lot of rappers. Everybody was, like you said, Victoria Park. Everybody was trying to get on at Carson High, play for Gene Vo, nigga, and get on. I actually was playing football the first time I went to Lou house, Lou Jazz, who taught me how to do beats. He was living in Hawthorne. I had a game. Shout out to Palomar JC. I know I got a lot of shout outs.
It's cool.
But we was playing Santa Ana, JC. We was number 1 in the nation. Gotta throw that out there. And my brother picked me up from the game. I had got my coach like signed me off to just leave with my brother instead of getting back on the bus. Cause the game was closer to my mom's house. So
yeah, might as well.
My brother he was like, man, Lou got a studio. I'm like, what? Mind you, at the time, I ain't never did a beat. I was writing. I never recorded a song. Well, I did record a song. Shout out DJ Crash in his garage. It was a diss song for against our football coaches.
That's hella funny. Y'all was just letting y'all heart feelings out. Fuck these up downs.
Yep.
Man, running these gassers no more.
Nah, we wasn't even tripping over that. We was losing. We was like, nah. But my brother
they won't listen to us talk to them on the field. Maybe they'll listen to this.
Maybe they listen to this. Which was the dumbest thing to do. I don't recommend that to no kids to do that.
That shit was stupid. About the old adults.
That shit was stupid.
Y'all wait, hold on. Y'all played it for him?
I mean, I didn't play it for him personally, but I'm quite sure it got around to him.
No, that's hella funny. I couldn't imagine being a coach and your team write a diss track about you.
Man.
Especially when if he's an old, especially y'all age hip hop new and shit, so they ain't really understanding.
This was 1997.
What's really going on?
That's why I say shout out DJ Crash. DJ Crash had a little setup in his garage. But like I said, my brother was like, hey man, Lou got a studio. I'm about to go over there. You trying to roll? I still got my football pads on and shit, my nigga. I'm like, well, yeah, take me to change. Let's go over there. When I went over there, man, I was hooked. Immediately hooked, man. Like, I'm not sure if they recorded a song that night, because that day I was just sitting there. Like, damn, we can really record a song?
Yeah.
Like,
the possibility is now open to you. You
put it on CD?
Yeah.
Like, for real? Damn, we can really do our own beats? So I got into the beats first. I asked Lou to teach me. Like whenever somebody wasn't doing a beat, this is how I used to do it, bro. And I recommend this to anybody. Like, don't ask somebody to teach you how to do a beat. Start doing a beat, and then ask them, like, how do I do this? Like, already have what you trying to do in your mind.
And just tell them, ask them, how do I put it together?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, so, I would do some hi-hats for one bar.
Kind of like when you were teaching me, I was just asking you,
Right.
how do I record this? I want to do this.
Yeah.
How do I record it? Not show me how you're supposed to make a beat.
Right.
I want this sound. I want this noise.
Right.
How do I make it?
Not even that. A perfect example is if you do some at least this is back then. If you do some hi-hats for one bar, you have to learn how to append the sequence. And all that meant was double. So if you was doing hi-hats like this for one bar and you want to turn it into 2 bars so that you could do your snare can change up. I would sit there and be like, hey, how do I extend this sequence? That's how you learn how to do beats, by asking questions like that. Ain't nobody gonna sit you down and like really give you,
This is a hi-hat. This is a bass drum.
or this is how you magically make a dope beat.
No.
Like if you do this automatically, it's gonna be dope. Nah, I don't. If somebody out there doing that, then they deserve a lot of credit.
When I get like,
I mean, you have to get the patterns of a song first.
Yeah.
Too.
yeah, when I get like little cousins and stuff, little cousins and little brothers saying they want to make music, and then like, how do you make music? And I'll bring them something to record on, and they'll just be looking at me. I'm like, bro, you don't have a song in mind? I was like, bro, you gotta have a song already in mind if you're gonna come make music, bro. It just doesn't just pop into your head, bro. I was like, I sit on my phone and listen and listen to beats over and over and over again for hours until I hear a beat that hooks me, and I immediately start working on it. I immediately start working on the song.
The ones that do come in with the song already in mind are the ones who really flourish, because they're doing something that wasn't even taught to them. Like, nobody told you already had a song ready, but you got the song ready? Or maybe they heard it somewhere. Those the ones that I'd be like, okay, yeah, they going. Because, after a while, I stopped rapping, and I started just engineering, and artists were coming in, and I would, like, believe in some of them, but then I just be like, nah, they ain't not gonna make, because they not working hard enough. Like, I'm here every time they need to record, and they not showing up, or they show up and they only got one verse, or they. The worst thing is if you write to a beat before you come in, how you not gonna remember them?
That's another thing. Like
That's a good question.
When it comes to like when I record, and like I've showed you the stuff, I could damn near just put the beat on. Just put the beat on, because when I'm writing, and I have it before I record the song, this may just have to just go back to when I did drama in high school, because I've always wanted to be involved in music, media. Being in front of a camera as like an analyst, in any way, shape, or form, I was gonna be in media and music and entertainment.
Right.
So I took drama in high school thinking I got to get rid of stage fright. I got to not be afraid to be not myself. I don't know how to say it, because drama teaches you not to be comfortable with not being yourself on stage, because you got to be someone else. So I'm at school and all this shit. At school. I'm the football player. I'm the football player who listens to hip hop, has the speaker playing at lunch. But then in my sixth period, I gotta flip around and be a king from Shakespeare.
Right.
And so my accent has to disappear.
Right. So you saying you wouldn't forget your lines?
No. It was very important you knew your line. I always thought my biggest fear was to be on stage in front of everybody and fucking blank. That was my biggest fear. So I would learn my lines, the line of the person before me, and the line of the person after me. So I knew exactly where I was supposed to be at. Because all I would do was just say it over and over and over again, and in my head would pretty much just read it off in my head. But then once I got it memorized to the point where it's just second nature, and I relate that to my music. So because I won't record a song unless I've already rehearsed that shit hundreds of times.
Exactly.
Hundreds of times, because
like, don't get me wrong, like freestyling and punching in is dope. Like you can make dope songs like that.
But not consistently. I think it ruins. It can ruin a chance to really. Because when I make music, when I rap, I have a lot more musicality in my voice.
Right.
I'll switch up my accent. I'll switch up what I'm saying, how I'm saying it, depending on what the beat is, what the beat is going. Just because I've heard the difference between me reading off a phone, and then when I've come in with it already in my head, and me just pretty much just performing.
Yeah.
Because I want my music to sound like the same thing when I'm performing. I don't want to sound like I was reading off a phone on my music. Because you can hear that when someone's reading off a phone. You can hear when someone's reading off a phone rather than when someone had it already done, and they're just pretty much just performing it. I'm giving you the raw performance before I finish the song.
But not only that, it's like the more you rap,
the better you get at it.
Like when I was 12, when I first started like really, really rapping, I used to just come home and write 4 bars every night. Because I hadn't got good enough to write 16 and stay on topic. So I just started writing like, I don't know what made me do it, but I started writing 4 every night. And then one day I got mad and I was like, man, let me see what a verse looked like. So I did the little play stop shit for a song Coogee Rap did called The Train Robbery. Cause I was like, I want to see how long a verse should look. Not knowing that this nigga didn't really write 16s on this song.
Not knowing that's not what he do.
So now I'm looking at this shit and I'm trying to memorize it too, cause I'm like, I want to be able to memorize a verse. I don't remember it to this day, but I memorized that shit. It took me like 3 days. But as I kept writing, when I got around 17, bro, I could memorize some shit I just wrote. I'm talking about said like I just
I get
like, as soon as, cause the thing is, cause when you writing, this at least me.
I'm remembering it as
going back and saying, and then adding, going back and saying, then adding. By the end, bro, I'm good.
See, now with my creative process, it went from having to sit down and write to now I found the best way for me to do it is I'll find a beat.
Yeah.
I'll write the chorus, and like for a good 2-3 days straight, I'm only gonna be working on the chorus. I'm gonna say how the chorus sounds, work on that, work that out. Then once I get that out, I have yet to write anything down. The chorus is already memorized in my head. That's the one thing I'm gonna know for a fact is the chorus. Then when it gets to the beat, when it gets to the verse, I do the first 4 bars. I figure out what those ones are, and I just keep doing those over and over and over again. Then I move on to the next forward. And I still haven't written anything down. Still won't write anything down, but I'm only focused on this one song. So it's just constantly going on that 4 bars constantly going in my head. Then I move on to the next one until I'm done with the 18. Then I finally write it down. But it's not until I can sit in front of a mirror and spit the shit without remembering it first. Then let me write it down to solidify that's the verse.
All right, that's dope.
Exactly. That's my. It takes me forever to write a song, and it's gonna take me forever to come out with projects. Well, at least
the more
now
you do it, the faster you're gonna do it.
And at least that's why I'm still writing music. I'm not recording as much, but because I'm putting all my focus on this.
Yeah.
And because becoming a rapper can happen whenever, but building an empire that shit that can't come whenever.
So that's what I'm saying, man. I'm proud of you, bro. Keep doing your thing.
Yeah.
Nah,
so
it ain't beef.
if I can become an
fucking
executive
with you.
before a rapper, I might not even become a rapper. So it might just be a little party trick that people want to talk mess. Some little young rapper want to talk about an executive don't know shit about rap. I'll drop a mixtape like shut the hell up.
All right. I'm with you, man.
And just trying to be the part of me is just saying there's got to be someone out here that's not trying to be corporate, that's not really trying to be. I can give a fuck less what the rich people think about me.
Yeah.
I care more about what the common man thinks about me. I want to be here for the people that don't have shit, that don't have ways to get their shit out of here. Because I've dealt with fucking performing and opening it for people and having to do the fucking sell 25 for them and then sell 25 for yourself, which is bullshit because they should be promoting their damn self. But
you saying you want to be here for artists,
businesses. Just right now, I'm more focusing on artists and music, just everything that has to deal with hip hop, as far as like photographers, fashion, and shit like that. Just because there is a lot of bullshit that hampers good shit from coming out. And there's a lot of bullshit ass gatekeepers that have that are there. So me learning from other people's mistakes and learning what certain decisions that come mean, I'm gonna go the total opposite way. I want to be the example of what happens when you go the opposite way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I'm not really looking to get bought out. I'm not looking to sell anything to anybody. There's really no product to sell to anybody besides if you want to get your shit out, you don't have to come here. You don't have to pay nothing. I'm gonna get more out of life and more out of my career if I've been instrumental in a lot of people's careers rather than being the money guy.
Okay. You can do that.
I'm trying to be the TK Kirkland of underground hip hop.
Stupid.
I want to be like, oh yeah, I was there when he did this. I was there. Oh yeah, what's his name? I was there. If all that shit is true, TK is what it is.
Ain't nobody said it ain't.
But if it is,
ain't nobody said it ain't.
Yeah, no one's gone against him. So
nah, ain't nobody came out and said he wasn't there.
Exactly. So if I can be a person that can build something that can break that shit, I want to be there. If there's gonna be a person to break that rule and bend that shit, I want to be it. Yeah, I don't care about being a rapper and being in front of the camera and all that shit. I really don't care too much about that. But I do care about making something so anybody who wants to start doing it can do it. And it's not that percentage of, you know how they say, the percentage of becoming a successful media person is so small. And it's only because I feel because of all the bullshit gatekeepers and all that shit that goes on in business, in the industry. That's the reason why it's so fucking hard, because we got to jump through so many fucking hoops to get there. So if I can create a platform that bypasses all those hoops, so a young person from high school out of high school, or it's still in high school, it's like, fuck, I really want to try this. I can go here and pursue it. I want to be that person.
Do you look up to a certain person that's done it? Like, do you think somebody's done it?
There's a
like an example.
Yeah, there's they don't do exactly what we're doing, but
no, I could be in any business.
They're called Team Backpack. And it started off as a cipher series, and they would hit up rappers that do ciphers and stuff, and it became huge to the point where they had mainstream artists and stuff come on. But it's mainly a place for underground artists to come show that they got skills, and then hopefully when they fucking rip it on the cipher, that would make people go look at their music.
Oh, okay.
Which it's had me go look at the music.
Yeah, that's dope. And
it's mainly focused on non-mainstream people. But it doesn't really give them their own solo spotlight. It is no knock to them. That may not just be their prerogative. I want to be something where it gives you the chance to talk to them, get to know them, but then have them perform. Let them perform their tracks. Let them showcase their art. Let them do how they want to do it, however they want to do it, as long as they don't break nothing.
You stupid. Because they don't break nothing.
As long as they don't break nothing, you can showcase what you do.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so just be a cool place for people to come and just showcase their shit. And there's no fees. It doesn't matter how many followers you got and shit like that. That's the main thing that I try to stress, is that shit doesn't matter to me. If you're passionate about what you do, and I like it, even if I don't, like I've told him, if he brings someone from the this is no disrespect. Please don't nobody take this.
What you about to say, man?
There's no disrespect, but I'm not into the Detroit rap scene. I can't get into it.
That's fine.
It's not my cup of tea, but it's no knock to them because it's obviously popular. It's obviously popular. Let me say that again. It is obviously popular. People love it. I am just one of those people who doesn't. It's not my cup of tea, but I don't hate on it. I'm not saying fuck Sada Baby or fuck Young Nude. Like, nah, much success. And if you guys keep making your money, keep making your money. I hope it goes for the rest of your life.
Right.
It's just not my cup of tea. But you guys can for sure come on this show and showcase your art.
Right.
Just because I'm not in the corner bobbing my head doesn't mean I don't want you to be successful. I'm just not a hater.
I mean, you in media now. I mean, you gonna have to interview people you don't like, but that doesn't have to come out in the interview as something personal.
It's never anything personal. But if my thing is, I'm not gonna deprive my fans who potentially like that artist, a chance to get to know that artist.
Exactly.
Simply because I don't like him.
Exactly.
I don't like their music.
Exactly.
Simply because that. Who the fuck am I?
Right.
I'm nobody. Even if I am the head, I'm still nobody.
I get what you're saying.
My opinion shouldn't matter, and my opinion shouldn't affect his business. Especially in that sense, it shouldn't. My petty shit saying I don't like anybody's
You're entitled
music.
to your preferences, bro.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, and on top of that, nobody that I know got to the top of media without just interviewing everybody they like. That shit get boring.
Right.
No, I think I can learn from somebody.
They could interview people that you friends with. Like shit, you can have a friend that do music that's blew up, but you don't like it. You don't like their music, but y'all still friends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so why you can't interview somebody that you don't really dig they art, but you like them as a person?
Yeah, and my thing is there's a market for everything, so I'm not going to deprive you from that market.
Right. I get what you're saying.
Like I told Jay, if I die knowing that my legacy is just I've helped a shit ton of artists, I'm cool with that. I'm not gonna be able to take the millions of dollars with me, but I can for sure show up to the gates like, look, I may not have made a lot of money, but I definitely helped a lot of people fulfill their dreams. That's got to count for something. Money shit is fine. I'll work a 9 to 5 if that means keeping everything separate. Because I've learned from everybody's mistakes, and as soon as they make certain things a job, is where shit gets corrupted.
Yeah, no lies.
It's true. As soon as you can make something a full-time job, and now if it's now responsible. Your sole responsibility is this company's. I'm trying to figure out how to say it. How I can say this: that as soon as I make this responsible financially for me, that's gonna start making my decisions change. Instead of it being more pure, because I have an income. So my decisions are more pure because I'm not relying on this for my income. So I can make decisions that won't necessarily make me money, but I can stand on my principles.
Right.
So I'm trying to keep this as separate as possible. So I have no problem working my 9 to 5 and continually doing what I do on the side, even as this grows. Because the moment I have to make this my financially responsible for my own bills, I feel my decisions may change.
Shit. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, like if you gotta get money, you might work a job that you really don't like.
And I like what I do. I like working private security, so I have no problem. I'm content where I'm at. It pays my bills. It gives me the extra money I need to do this. And if this blows up,
man,
I might not even.
I'm rooting for you, man.
I more than likely won't even Well, quit my job. I might fucking.
I'm rooting for you, Mike.
Excuse me. I might parlay that job, this blowing up into a better job title at my job, and be like, look, if I can make this podcast from nothing blow up, imagine what I can do for this security company. Just understand that you're gonna have to explain to people that what I do
That's smart.
is separate from what I do here, and I have no problem doing that. I make that very clear on the show.
Yeah.
So whatever I do here is I'm off the clock.
Right.
When I'm on the clock, expect the utmost professionalism.
Right.
But this isn't a professional setting, so don't expect that. But then the proof's going to be in the pudding. You can either take the successful job, this is a successful person, and care about the couple voices that may not like it, and lose out.
You're going to be in position to say that, but that don't mean that they going to agree with you.
They don't have to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They don't have to. But then that's going to put the pressure on them, because that puts pressure on them because they know I have something I can just leave. So you telling me no isn't necessarily gonna make or break me. I'm just gonna leave.
Y'all both in a good position. Then.
Yeah, somebody will hire me to do what I'm telling you I'm gonna do for you. So either take me already here, or watch me go do this for somebody else.
Right, but I'm saying most jobs they don't agree with you. You could be right, but they don't. They feel like they could build another one of you. Go get another one of you. Most jobs. If you find a job that values like you like that, then that's a good job.
Even at my job, and shout out to my job, they know who they are, but they do recognize that I'm built different. Right. They recognize it. I can talk to certain people. I can skip over certain people, and I'm not going to talk to you. I'm going to call this person to talk to them because I know you're not going to be able to do anything for me.
Right.
I have that kind of rapport at my job just off of my own merit. Because they know there's no way you're gonna make another one of me. They may feel like that, but my job, and I love them to death. They've realized
they could be wrong.
They've realized that they're wrong. Like
I'm just telling you, some jobs think that, and they could be wrong.
Yeah, and that's on them.
But if you in position to make that demand, then you good. You winning.
Yeah,
you winning.
And I can, like I said, I can always. And the way I'm saying, this is how I tell my job. Like, there's been times I've talked like, look, I know how things are supposed to go and how they're supposed to be. And if you don't want to do that, I quit. I will go. Right. I quit. As simple as that. I quit. You can deal with the repercussions. Let's see if you keep that contract. Let's see if all that happens. But I quit today if this is the decision.
You said, bitch, go find the sky without me.
I quit today.
How dare you?
No 2 weeks notice, but I quit today.
I feel you, Mike. I feel you.
And I let them know.
Hey, man,
I will be working.
Like no, sometimes.
The truth is, but I want people to understand
like
this.
You said, when you're in position to feel like that, you feel like that.
Well, it's not even just.
Let it be known.
It's not even just that. It's I've always had the ability to find work and to find work very quickly. I've always had that ability to.
Yeah.
Pops to tell you, when I first moved back out here, I had a job within 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And my dad was tripping because he was like, man, I know people who move out here and didn't have a job for fucking months, almost years. I'm like, yeah, my big thing is I'm not too good to work certain jobs.
Right.
So if it means I got to go fucking fill up this truck full of fucking boxes for a couple months till I can find a better fucking job that I don't have to do this, so fucking be it. But I'm not finna be not making money.
That's real shit.
So if I gotta work at fucking McDonald's drive-thru, I will. Like, I don't care if my homies see me at the window. Oh, you work at McDonald's? Yeah, but I'm gonna get a check at the end of the week. While everybody else worrying about how they gonna make their ends meet, I know for a fact I got at least $800 coming every 2 weeks.
That's what's up.
And I'd rather know I have $800 coming than fucking nothing.
Real shit.
That's how it's supposed to be.
You ain't too good to work certain jobs. That's why motherfuckers right now is homeless.
Shoot, I do Instacart on the side, man.
That's why people in this COVID shit is homeless. I'm telling people, if my job would have told me I was laid off, I promise you would probably run me working two fucking drive-through jobs. I gotta have money to pay the bills. I don't live in this fantasy world thinking that someone's gonna pay for my shit.
Right.
I don't live like that. I got parents who will more than likely help me, but I don't like asking them for help.
That's what's up.
My parents got their own bills to fucking deal with. They don't need to be paying mine.
That's
I'm 25. And I'm 25.
That's how you was raised, Mike. That's how you was raised, Mike.
For real.
25. I shouldn't be living with my dad.
Right. But sometimes.
No, I get it. Sometimes shit happens, but you should be working your way to get the hell out of there.
Yeah, exactly.
So exactly. You shouldn't be content with living like that. But to each his own. I know certain parents be like, oh, you could stay here, and they do all that shit to them. And I know it's like that. But even if it's like that, don't take it. Tell your mom and tell her, like, I appreciate it, and I'll stay here until I can get out. But don't stay there.
Right.
Especially men. The worst thing is when I meet a dude, he all dressed nice to the girls. I'm talking to him. Oh, you seem pretty cool. I find out he live with his parents. Now that whole get up he got makes 0 sense to me. That money you spent on all that Gucci shit could have been spent on getting you a car, getting you a fucking studio apartment.
Yeah. You ain't lying.
People too good for shit. People think living in a studio apartment is bad. No, you can have a dope, even if you're a bachelor, you can have if our bachelorette, you can have a dope ass little studio apartment. It's just you. I did that shit. My shit looked like a little fucking closet for a second. Hey, but it was mine. I could leave my house when I wanted to, come back when I wanted to. If I wanted to leave that bitch empty for the next month, I could.
Right.
And that freedom is something I'm not trying to trade back. Like, Dre, you being by yourself right now. Is that a freedom? Is that a freedom you would give back? Coming from a Muslim household, would you fucking give that freedom back?
I'm telling you, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm telling you, bro.
Man,
You
look, freedom.
That shit is precious, man. That freedom shit is precious.
I'm telling you, I got that first burst of freedom, man, when I got my first car. And all I had to do was tell my parents was like, look, I gotta go to the community college and take extra classes and fucking study for tests and shit like that.
Gone.
Just staying at the college. As fuck. Like, yo, they bringing video games and shit in the break rooms. It's a vibe. Niggas smoking outside.
Damn.
Bro, when I got my first bus pass, I felt like I had fucking freedom. I was like, cool, I don't gotta ask nobody for
the
no
opportunity
ride.
to get away from the house.
I don't gotta fucking ask. I know my mom gonna say no, so let me just
get away from the house.
Yeah.
And by any means necessary, just get away from the fucking house. You know,
Open
there's drama.
gyms, anything to get away from the house.
Me, man.
Calls and shit, nigga. You put your shit on Do Not Disturb 24/7, nigga.
I'm older than y'all, man. But shit, we was getting away from the house at an early age. Even if it was in the car, it used to feel good just to go 6 blocks over.
Well, yeah, we used to stay out.
That was like, whoa.
But no, it was just a different when you find
Go see
like,
a little young girl that you got a crush on.
But you can't say when one of the homies finally got a car. Game wasn't the game didn't change. That's what I'm saying though. I'm just saying though when the first homie gets a car, the game changes.
I mean, it changed because you could go on different parts of town. That's the only thing that changed. But as far as like what exactly you was doing wasn't changing.
No, what we were doing wasn't changing. But
now
you
can do it at Venice Beach.
Yeah.
Now you can go get at a girl at Venice Beach when you used to just be like, damn, I want to go get at a girl at the Delamo Mall.
Yeah. See, that's the thing.
Or the Fox Hills Mall. Like,
you can start messing with chicks from different schools. And and at least at my school, like that was like the big thing. If someone was like,
see, we was still doing skate depot, so you was meeting girls from other schools.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
true, yeah.
We would go to skate depot on the weekends. It wasn't just Carson girls there, or whatever junior high you went to. Shout out Curtis Junior High. But yeah, we was already talking to girls from other sides of town. And some of them would, get dropped off or catch the bus. We, kicking it. Not necessarily like in the house, because, my parents weren't playing that shit. But once you get the car, it's like, yeah, you've been doing this, but now you actually could do it at Venice Beach. You could do it on Crenshaw on Sundays. Get as many girls as you want.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was the difference.
You can actually mess with get a little different mix of life.
But it wasn't that bad.
That was funny.
You good, man?
Take it. It fell into the cup. That shit fell straight into the fucking cup. You didn't see this shit?
He dropped a few cubes, but it's cool.
Yeah, that shit full of ice. This shit fucking cascaded all.
Y'all melted together, probably.
Make sure it's not on nothing that's gonna kill me. We're talking off. I just fucking fall out and like your fucking brother smoking fucking backwoods. We had to stop smoking backwoods because his brother passed out when we were smoking last time during the podcast. Cause he smokes Dutchess. That's why we
marathon OG.
That's why we smoke Dutchess. No, so I brought a Fanta Leaf. They're strong. They're.
Wait, you telling me somebody passed out during the podcast?
Right at the end.
Oh, all right.
Right at the end. So what happened was, he was smoking Dutchess and I was smoking Fanta Leaf, and the Fanta Leaf is a lot stronger, or a lot harsher than the Dutch. And so when you get towards the end, you start getting crazy lightheaded because it's more of the Fanta Leaf than the Bud. And he was hitting it hard. Like, he was hitting it hard at the end. And then he hit it once, and I just remember him talking like it wasn't really me and his other like cousin was talking. He get up to go walk to the couch, and he just right into the couch. So we were like, "Oh shit!" And we
the whole table over.
Yeah, we were like, "What the fuck?"
It was that white one.
Yeah, that shit was funny.
Nigga, like hand was on the couch, but the rest of his body was on the floor.
Yeah, like he looked like he was like just knocked out. Someone gave him a cold one piece, just and he was out.
His eyes were split.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
Was he a guest or he was just here? Like, was he on the show?
Yeah, he was on the show. He told him like, bro, I was
doing your guest like that.
He told him I was done. He was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go sit down. Like, so he gets up, walks off camera, and you see us. It happens, and you see us look up, and
fuck?
And then we get up. Like,
can't do your guest like that, Mike.
Hey, we asked for permission. He said he'd care. He didn't care. Put it up. So he put it up.
Oh, y'all put it up too?
All you can see is our reaction. You don't see him actually. Pass out.
What episode is this so I can go watch it?
The third one. Third episode.
Right.
Episode 3.
Man, that's
episode 3.
I'm gonna go check it out.
Yeah, you see at the end, like he tells Cap, he tells Dre, he tells him something, and then he gets up, pulls his pants up, starts walking that way, and the next thing you see is all 3 of us. Oh, get up, and then I walk up to the camera, turn the shit over.
How many blunts y'all smoked during that whole podcast episode?
3. But I wrote
4 people.
No, it was honestly between me and him. He kicked out early. It was honestly between me and him.
See, that's a lesson. He said, "I'm cool, right?"
Yeah, I know my limits.
Sometimes you gotta say, "I'm cool."
I know my limits.
Man, look, I can't smoke like I used to when I was a kid, a youngster. We used to hang around, smoke 7 blunts for no reason.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
Now I smoke 1 blunt and be like, I'm with somebody. I might be like, hey, I'm cool. Niggas be scared to tap out, man. That be just that pride.
No, for real. I'll tap out. Like with drinking and shit, I'll definitely tap out. I'll be like, yeah, I'm good, bro. I can't keep going.
Nah, that's my problem.
Yeah. Nah, that's a lesson.
Drinking, man, that's my problem.
Yeah, like Jay knows. Like you'll see me. Like I only have like a couple of drinks and I'm done.
If you know, you know.
I just like to drink to get tipsy. Just to,
If you know, you know.
just to have a good time, get a little more talkative,
But
enjoy
that's a
myself
lesson,
a little
though.
bit more.
That's a lesson too.
But I've also had other lessons growing up. I've had to watch lessons growing up. Like I've watched other people's lessons. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I've had to watch other people go through their lessons and
It'll happen around you.
realize what
You
happens
won't see
if I
that
drink
shit.
too much. I could look like that, and I don't want to look like that.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
oh, that's another thing. Like I'm your homie, and I love you, bro. But you better handle your liquor, cause I don't babysit grown fucking men. I don't do that. I'll babysit my girl or a girl, but I will not babysit a grown man. I'll make sure you don't get beat up or nothing. Like no one takes advantage of you. I'll make sure I get your wallet and your valuables so no one takes advantage of you. But if you get sick, homie, I'm gonna plant your ass in the bathroom and just let you sit there. I'll bring you a bottle of water, but I'm not gonna babysit you.
Bro, listen to me. I understand that, and I think that's right. No grown man need to be babysitted.
I'll get you out the club into safety.
Nah, I ain't even talking about the club, man. I'm talking about, like I said, I grew up in the era of the cruising era. We used to drive around. We on Crenshaw. Niggas getting faded, man. Nigga, your homie might Earl, nigga. He be like, pull over. You gotta pull over. You don't want Earl in your shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let him Earl, nigga. Then now, y'all not going home. It ain't like y'all babysitting them, but y'all, he gonna be in the back seat faded. I ain't taking your ass home, my nigga.
Oh yeah, I know. I've seen that shit that we be hanging out with people that the one homie in the back. He just
Fuck that shit. We ain't man.
homie in the back knocked out.
Hey. But you right, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, don't expect nobody to do that shit. Be careful out here.
Don't expect it.
Because some people get loaded and do shit they don't remember.
See, my thing is, I'm also, I'll let you fight. I won't let you get jumped. I'll let you fight,
But
though.
see, that's the thing. You might just be fighting because you drunk. So why don't fight? Just relax. You can get some people get loaded to get mad.
It's hard to tell the motherfuckers not to do it, though.
Man, I ain't done it before, but I mean, I know.
I've done it when
I know what you mean.
I've had to threaten to fight the homie. Like, look, I'll fight you if you're trying to fight right now, bro. But we ain't gonna fight this shit. Bro, I'm like, bro, there's 2 of us. There's 6 of them.
Come on, man.
Bro, we turn around right now. Like,
you know, we got people in our lives that do that type of shit, and it's a way to handle it.
oh yeah, we don't even talk about that
Don't
story.
beat them up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes
like,
you got to slap box, huh? Just sometimes you just got to slap box, huh? Sometimes. Just.
All right, man. Let's change the subject.
I'll tell you that story off camera. Yeah. That's one person I hope gets better. But
It's more than one person. It's people out here. A lot of people out here going through things, man. I pray for
man,
them.
we got you know the uncle that we have that's just an older version of the other uncle. But
Yeah, man.
you know who I'm talking about.
We just gotta pray for him.
You know, Pops. You know.
Yeah.
He be doing the handiwork with Pops.
Yeah, but you know they I don't know.
Let me tell you something.
That's just for the family. They know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's what. All right. I ain't say nothing.
We love him.
I didn't say nothing.
We love our uncle. We love him to death. They tell you there's another. They tell you the other story about him though.
You tell me later, man.
Yeah, I'll tell you later. There's another one.
Shit.
That was another one that was funny. But they always want to mess with the young one, man. They
Man, you can just tell me later, man.
always want to mess with the young one.
Just tell me later, Mike.
But what is it about
Mike,
the OGs?
believe me, change the subject.
What is it? But we don't got to talk about what happened. But what is it about the OGs that just want to mess with the young G's, man?
I don't know. That shit happens everywhere, though. It happens everywhere.
What is it though?
You want to go first?
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Like, why the OGs always? Like, I get the feeling.
Always, you don't say that.
I won't say always, but why do they feel a need to teach when a kid that obviously doesn't want to listen?
I need to teach a kid something that they obviously don't want to listen. Because sometimes, look, it goes both ways. I'm not choosing sides. But sometimes adults might not be teaching. They might just be saying something that you might figure out later. But at the same time, I think some people don't just say stuff to people. Like, man, you had conversations. I ain't never told you to do nothing. I always told you to do what you want to do, right?
Yeah.
So you gonna figure it out on your own, right?
Yeah.
And you gonna learn on the way, right? And you gonna listen to whoever you wanna listen to. You need advice, right?
Yeah.
Some people, they feel like they being talked at instead of talked with. I don't be talking at people like that. But some people out here do that. That's where the OGs fuck up. The OGs fuck up is some of them do talk like, nigga, this what you need to do. Like, even though sometimes you probably do need to be told, like, hey, this what you need to do. But it don't sound like he telling you, like, nigga. Because I already know, first of all, when I talk to a youngster, I already know they going to do what they want to do. Because you know why? Because I was young before.
Yeah. At least you can understand that.
But you know what? I did. Sometimes what I wanted to do was listen to the OG. Like, nigga, I'm gonna listen to you. I ain't gonna fall for that bullshit.
Yeah, I've always tried to listen to the OGs, especially the ones that's still around.
I know I probably messed up that last audio because I was talking like this instead of
That's
straight.
cool. Don't worry about it.
My bad.
It's cool. That's cool. They can piece it together. They can piece it together. It is what it is. If they have an issue with it, they can put it in the comments and hope and we'll improve on the next one. I don't know.
My bad.
No, you good.
My first. I ain't never been on no shit.
It's the first. It ain't gonna be the last one. It ain't gonna be the last one. When
Thank y'all for inviting me, man.
Oh yeah, cause we're gonna have you on. We're gonna have you on, Pops on. Cause we
I gotta say, did I already give a shout out to Stro?
Nah.
Damn, he gonna be hot.
Give it to him now.
Straight from the beginning.
But give it to him now.
Stro is the person who I want to thank for what he did for this beat. Stro Real, that's my boy. Shout out, Marcus Cofield. I remember when he dropped this beat off to me, he didn't even know I was gonna record to it.
He just gave you
when that bass was back deep.
He just gave you the bass and the hi-hats and stuff.
Nah.
Before you added the flute and all that stuff.
Nah, he gave it to me like damn near finished, and I just had to like layer it with like a drum here or something, a crash here, because he only gave it to me on a CD and I only could 2-track it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And once I 2-tracked it, I was like, I gotta do some of this shit. Because when I 2-tracked it, I started tweaking it, bringing up the bass and stuff. I didn't even tell him I was gonna do shit to it. When I sent that nigga this shit, he was like, man, that shit hard.
So I have an idea for a video for the song that we could do.
Okay.
And it's just an idea. And it's been done before, so I feel comfortable saying this on camera.
I'm gonna tell you what I thought about doing. And I never released this song, but it was always dope to everybody that let hear it. And I was gonna get somebody to do a cartoon to it.
Yeah, illustration.
I was thinking
cartoon
Like
illustration.
a funny cartoon.
No,
like a
see,
funny cartoon.
No, see,
not a serious like
I can see
yeah,
that.
like Jid that Ed and Nettie joint, a JID.
What I was thinking,
check that out.
What I was thinking
he
more
he used the same.
So imagine we. So the beat starts. Imagine we in Carson. I want to go back. To all the your old spots that y'all used to go to, and then it's gonna flash, and it's gonna be.
And all the spots we used to like.
So imagine it's gonna be y'all hanging out like y'all used to,
Yeah.
and it's gonna cut between, and I'll find like. It'll be like me, nephews and cousins that's gonna play everybody else's role, and then it's gonna cut back and forth between y'all and y'all homies now.
I'm gonna tell you,
it's gonna look like y'all back then. It's gonna be It's gonna go back and forth because well, how I see this song and knowing you.
Say that again. Like I'm trying to.
So imagine. So do you remember that old
you
3?
gonna have.
You remember that old 3-6 Mafia
you have
movie?
Our young family play us back then.
But it's gonna go back and forth between y'all now. So it'd be like you, my pops, whoever else was in y'all group and stuff like that. So we would find someone young in their family to play them.
Right.
And so we gonna shoot a music video. Remember the old 3-6 Mafia video?
Like, what we gonna be doing in the
we'll go to your old
story.
It's gonna pretty much a day how y'all used to hang out, and it's gonna go back. It's gonna cut
just
back
like a reminiscent.
It's gonna cut till we still kick it like that
in the same spot.
Yeah,
not that it's gonna be like that. And it's gonna cut back to like it's gonna be like y'all. I see like y'all start off like y'all chilling like say at my pop's house, smoking, watching the game. And it's gonna cut back to y'all like that, and it's gonna be us. And in the middle of it, y'all gonna replace us. Y'all gonna cut. It's gonna cut, and y'all gonna replace us in those same spots. And it's gonna go back and forth between young y'all
that's
and
smart.
older y'all.
Okay.
In between each one. So because you talk about, I remember back when this. So we're gonna go back there, and you are gonna see older versions.
You're gonna have to tag
it. I gotta clear this up. This is why I stopped rapping.
It don't gotta be the exact person. We can use a certain person. It doesn't have to be that.
Nah, but go ahead. Nah, my bad. That's what everybody. This is why I stopped rapping, bro.
I deal with that too. I get calls all the time. Hey, was this bar about me?
You know who you are, type shit, right? You get what I'm saying?
That's why I stopped rapping, because this shit right here. First of all, I want to clear this up. My verses is not about any particular person. Like I'm a writer. I know how to create. I would throw a situation with one person, with a situation for the next person, and I'll say something and that person know, oh, that didn't happen, so I know he ain't talking about me.
Exactly.
I'm not
talking about you.
And I was doing that type of shit on purpose.
Somebody gonna get hurt though.
Somebody gonna get hurt. Like somebody gonna be like, oh, why he even saying that shit? But as I got older, man, I wish I would have kept doing that shit, because motherfuckers be fucking up. And I don't care if you know that's how I feel, as long as it's just between us. But if you know it's just between us, then you shouldn't be tripping. You think I'm telling somebody? I ain't telling nobody.
I didn't put your name out there. I didn't write that.
Yeah. Man.
But that's because they wrong. So that's what it is.
So even the verse about the homie, that's not about nobody in particular. The verse about the female is not about nobody in particular. And I just want to clear that up. For anybody that be feeling some type of way, because I know.
Yeah. I already know one situation.
Yeah.
I already know one situation. And it is what it is. But back to that, we don't care about that too. But back to the music video, yeah, it's gonna be some dope shit.
Yeah, I think
so. It'll be up at Carson High. We'll go to Carson High, walk through that, and it'll be like, and it's gonna cut from.
But you gotta remember, it's a story being told.
Yeah.
So that gotta be flashing on the screen, like.
So it's gonna be playing. So it's gonna be playing out the young version of you, but at the same time,
you gotta remember, somebody gonna have to be the friend.
That's cool.
Because my first words is when I first met you was around 94. So if you gonna show me with somebody, then now the public gonna think that's what I'm talking about. It's gonna be like I'd rather do a cartoon. I'd rather make it fictional people and make it fun.
It can be a fictional person. You just have to tell them it's a fictional person.
Oh, okay. All right. I get what you said.
You can tell them.
I get what you said.
Well, no, it's not even have to do that. You know what I do? You know what I do when people ask me?
I didn't think that's what you were saying.
When my homies ask me, hey, was that bar about me? No. You sure? Yes, it's not about you, bro. And plus, I have a reputation of always telling people when I have an issue. So I have
a storytell rapper, man. I got so many other raps.
But it's just music.
Nobody.
That's what I tell. It's just music. Just stop. If you come to me and ask me about
nobody, it's just.
Yeah, so don't even worry about it. It's all fictional. It's all fictional. Plus, I'll play the friend, and nobody knows whose kid I am.
I mean, it don't matter, man. I'm with you long as they know this. It's like a.
They might think I'm Uncle Juan.
Nah, I'm just saying. Like, you stupid. You stupid. What I'm saying is like, long as they know that this a fictional story.
Yeah.
It's just really like a fucking story. Like, it's just.
We can even do a scene that was like that'd be like you. So I'm about to write a song about. It's gonna be dumb, but
man, look, I didn't wrote raps about being on the Shaw, but I didn't write a rap about what particularly happened in one day. I could tell you some shit that happened over a few days.
I don't
like
think
out of a month.
I really don't think it'd be much of an issue. I really don't think, and if they do have an issue with it,
I'm not saying they got an issue, and I'm not saying I'm tripping, but I'm just saying I like to put that out there. I came over here really to say certain.
And now
points.
It's out there.
It's out there.
So now we can make the music video.
Yeah.
Because it's out there.
Yep. So
and if anybody else asks you, just tell them it's about nobody in it.
Now I don't even want them to ask. Yes, exactly.
Refer to add me to your playlist podcast episode 5.
Don't even ask me because I already told you. Yeah, man. It wasn't about nobody in particular.
But that is what it is. Like, if they have an issue with it, whatever. I deal with that shit too. I'll get a text message or call, like, bro, it's not about you. If you feel some type of way, man, maybe you do something in your life that you don't.
I mean, it ain't even about that. Like, just some people some people can't get over shit. Cause sometimes people be doing good in their life, but they still be some type of way. So,
but that's just on them.
That's what I'm trying to say.
That's really just on them. Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
They ain't got shit to do with us.
They don't do that shit when they watch them. We've been doing this shit for an hour and 22 minutes. Yes, it does.
This is what we
on
do.
This podcast shit. Hey, this is dope.
Oh yeah, and I do want to get you and my dad here to talk about boxing.
Ooh, that's gonna be fire.
Shit.
Yeah, that's gonna be fire.
You know how me and your pops talk. Nigga.
Nah, exactly. That's why I want to sit here and talk about boxing. That shit gonna be,
bro.
man. That shit about to be so funny. I'm gonna get mic stands so they don't gotta hold the shit, so they can sit there and fucking.
Look,
I
niggas
can't.
gonna be getting up, running to the back in disappointment
wait.
over somebody saying
I'm also
some
trying to get
stupid
my
shit.
I'm also trying to get Uncle Hallie.
It's gonna be
food.
drinks, nigga.
I'm trying to get Uncle Hallie.
Hey, that's a smart ass.
It should be over a game night though.
That's a smart ass
idea.
idea.
It'll be way better.
Well, no, just to have just a conversation, just about boxing, people's perspective about the shit.
Just after like a game though, that'd be a vibe.
You mean a fight?
Whatever.
He don't watch
Like
combat.
Fight night.
We could do that. But boxing just hasn't had a lot of big fights lately. I don't feel.
Oh yeah, it's after a Laker game. After a good Laker game. And just do like a post game, but on.
Well,
nah,
you two are Laker fans. That's why we can't have that conversation.
We still don't agree on everything.
But
we don't agree on everything about the Lakers.
I know boxing. I know for sure y'all were gonna have a good conversation about it.
Yeah, we gonna have a good one.
Cause I know me and my dad be going at it. Cause he loves certain boxers and I
don't.
don't.
At it with you too, nigga. Did you get me for some money on one of these fights?
I did. Yeah, I did. The Tyson.
Damn.
I thought Tyson was gonna beat. I said Tyson Fury was gonna beat fucking Deontay. Nah. I told everybody, I was like, yeah.
Man, I had to go to the ATM. Like, hey, get this to Mike, man. God damn.
Yeah, man. I saw at the end of that first Fury Wilder fight when he started going forward, and Fury was saying, I'm coming forward to Deontay, and Deontay couldn't fight going backwards.
Hey, do he know that we got the same birthday?
Oh no, I don't think he does. Yeah, we got the same birthday.
That's another crazy thing about this.
Same day, and then
same day.
Then we also Uncle Justin, my auntie people, Ryan got his birthday the same day.
I'm not sure.
Auntie Candace and them brother, the young one that's my age.
I'm not sure.
I don't think you ever met him. But he's my age. We're the same age. Exact same age. Born the same day. Same year.
Damn, so y'all the same age and same day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, man. Man, this was good, man. Man, that's crazy. This shit go by that fast.
It do. You don't realize.
And we didn't even talk about everything, but it was cool.
We just be talking about whatever. And that's the thing I like about this shit. We just talk about just whatever it is we want to talk about.
It gives you a feel of whoever we're, you know what I'm saying, interviewing. Or you feel me? Just talking.
And plus, we gonna have we want
2 hours
reoccurring guests. We want to build shit. We help people build followings. Like because I got interesting people who are just funny and interesting people. So
hell yeah.
Let's just bring them on and talking as recurring guests.
Especially
and have
your pops.
Exactly. And get their opinions about shit. And
yeah, man.
It is what it is.
Man, I'll tell you,
these are words. No one should get in trouble for words.
Just keep doing it. It's gonna grow. Don't be scared to make adjustments. That's it.
Oh yeah, then shit. But we gonna
you know what I'm saying? Like he said, like you might want to do something after a game one night. See how it goes.
Oh yeah, we definitely down to try anything once and see how it goes and see how it runs.
Yeah,
if the logistics are easy to are smooth, we can get it done.
It has to be an interesting game. You feel me? Something that you guys are into.
You
guys will have strong.
I'm a Warriors fan. He's a Lakers fan. We gonna argue for hours. It doesn't.
Bet. I believe
you don't want to do that, man.
Like I said, like I told y'all last time about Laker fans, like it's not the fact that it's not the Lakers, the team. It's man, y'all hated LeBron. Now that LeBron is on the Lakers,
who hated LeBron?
Everybody. All the Laker fans hated LeBron when he was with Cleveland, when he was with all the other teams. Hated LeBron, hated him. Now he on the fucking Lakers. He's the GOAT. He's the greatest ever. I'm like, man, y'all just hated on me.
Oh, my bad. You know I'm a Laker fan, but what I tell you on the way over here,
you said
about the Tom Brady thing.
Yeah, you said that LeBron would be the most decorated player in the NBA, but he still won't be considered the GOAT.
Get to Kareem's all-time scoring.
But I think
he might even get to 6 rings. I think he might. So he gonna be the most decorated. But what I say,
he won't be the GOAT. He won't be the GOAT still.
And who I say is
Jordan.
I'm not one of them biased motherfuckers, man. I think people need to break it down into categories.
Some of them Laker fans are just like Cowboy fans and fucking Raider fans. It doesn't matter if their team is fucking 0-18, they're still gonna fucking talk shit to you. And I hate that shit. I can't stand that shit. It's like they just forget what sports is. You can talk all the shit you want. Fuck the Raiders, fuck the Cowboys. I'm a Niner fan. That's just how it is.
I'm a Chicago Bears.
Feel free to talk shit in the
That's just how it is. That's how it goes. That's mandatory. It's mandatory. If you're a Niner fan, it's mandatory. Fuck the Raiders and mandatory. Fuck the Cowboys. Those are our two main rivals.
And look, don't be scared. Don't be scared to talk shit without fighting. I'll be like, just talk your shit.
We can talk shit. It ain't how I see it is.
How many times you done seen us? We be going at it,
bro. Oh my God, we done
going at
it,
nigga.
That's why I gotta have me, Pops, and him talking boxing. That shit finna be fucking hilarious. I'm just gonna have a fucking. Oh, I'm gonna have a
pad. You gotta have to, cause we can't get loud. We gonna have to know that.
Oh no, they deal with us all the time. They're cool here. Yeah, they know. We'll be blocking the parking. They'll just come knock. Hey, can you just let me in? You know, they're cool. Okay. Yeah, I'm about to get like a board I put here. I'm gonna have y'all debating boxers. I'm gonna put you guys against each other.
Like a tally or some shit.
No, I'm gonna
like
see
who I think could be who.
Yeah,
man, we gonna agree on some things, but yeah, but it don't, like he said, it don't have to just be boxing. It could be just sports.
It could be sports too.
Y'all disagree.
Oh yeah, cause he an Eagles fan. Yeah, y'all
Eagles fan.
Yeah,
I'm a Bears fan.
You both pull out facts, and it's like, what the fuck? That's what makes it interesting.
Or we think we know, maybe we think we know the facts, and then somebody Google it like, oh no, you was off. Cause
nigga, we could talk about
I be off sometimes.
The Uno rules.
I be off sometimes.
Nigga.
I be saying some shit, and it don't be right, my nigga.
Hey, yes, that's how it be sometimes. We're not experts. And we don't claim
be
to be
right. It be how I remembered it, but the shit don't be right. Yeah, man, but I enjoyed myself, man. This was good.
Glad you did. Well, shit, we're gonna call this one. Yeah, we're gonna call that 1:30. And we're gonna switch over to Twitch and just be mixing and shit. We'll just be hopping on Twitch, mixing, hanging out for a bit. Well,
what's up, man? I enjoy myself, bro.
I'm glad you got to come on. We gonna next one's getting you and Pops out here. That's gonna be a fun one. But shit, this is the Add Me to Your Playlist podcast. I'm Shaggy Dashwood. That's DJ Cavi Slow. You already know on Instagram, Shaggy Snacks 316. DJ _Cavi _Slow. Carson California. Common spelling.
Appreciate you, bro.
Go hop on SoundCloud AntDavis to go run up the views on this track right here. This is now the official theme song of our podcast. And so we just gonna let this play out.
Shout out to Stro.